Yeah, pretend like you're gonna leave. Just one shot of Hennessy. Next thing you're all over me, all over me. We act like we're hard to get, but we know this is imminent. Cause we keep falling right into it, right into it. We were only fun till you show me love. You bring me up into the place I love, the place I love. I can't control myself because I'm very dust. 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 I self started out being innocent. Big words promised everything, but all along we knew this was bad. This was bad. Gotta end, gotta make it stop. We can't pretend that this is love, but then we touch and it all gets lost in pink clouds and fairy dust. We were only fun till you show me love. You bring me up into the place I love, the place I love. I can't control myself because I'm very dust. 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 Yeah, pretend like you're gonna leave.
Wake up in a cold sweat. I wonder if it's too late to block out all the sunlight. Block out all the sunlight. I'm a little scattered, but nothing really matters, so everything is alright. Tomorrow is a new fight. Everything I'm choosing and every grip I'm losing, it's all about what you want, what you need, and what you're getting. Nothing more confusing to cover up abusing. With every kiss you send, a ruse you bend, your black magic. Oh, black magic.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Realms of Awakened Essence RPG, Season 1 of Campaign 2, Episode 2. We'll be starting in just a few seconds, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Also, hope you brought your box of popcorn because you're gonna need it.
Decency inside me, even the dividing me.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Realms of Awakened Essence, Campaign 2, Season 1, Episode 2, A New Day. I am your, production gnome, Davi Dinks, and let's bring in the rest of our cast to have them introduce themselves. Give me a moment, where's that button? Where's that button? Where's that button? Oh, there it is. Yes. Give me a moment, I just need to click this, nope. Yes,
You
there
got
we
it.
go. Yep. How's everyone doing?
Pretty
What
well.
do you mean I've been muted?
What is this thing called muting?
It's when you turn off the thing that you're talking to, and then nobody else can hear you.
Yeah, I muted. I was checking a voice changer and everything, but you know how
Uh-huh.
it is sometimes.
Mhm.
But anyways, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Yep.
Wow, look at all the. I think we've got one new person, don't we?
Yes. Can you
The bright.
can we
Stage
please
lights.
make sure that the ma'am, can you please make sure that your dust from your wings doesn't get all over the stage? It causes a slipping hazard.
You're gonna make me have a coughing fit.
Yeah, sorry, that's not gonna happen. It's kinda-
I don't have lungs.
Yes, Big. You don't have lungs.
And I'm down
This
here
so much.
slipping and sliding all over it, but whatever. Hi, I'm Davi. Hi. I am RT Studios, aka PAK in the USA. I'm gonna pass it down over to you know what? Let's pass it over to the person who's causing all this dust in the room.
Hi, I am Tricia Noir, and well, you guys will all get to meet my character later. And
Yeah.
now
But
on
the
to
character will appear at an appropriately opportune time.
well, that or whenever she gets lost, and then we'll go down below me.
Eh.
I guess this would be me.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah. I am Pi 3, also known as Chris. And I will be playing Andrex, who is supposedly a knight of the realm devoted to the cause of light.
We think.
Um,
We hope.
somewhere, presumably, there's somebody nice under all that armor he wears.
Well, we can only hope.
I will continue passing it in a circle to
You bet.
to our to the first of our mechanical companions.
Hello, I am Abby, and I'll be playing the role of Naya, a robot of sorts found in what our lovely DM would call a bok. With-
Balk.
With tamper-proof nails, if my notes serve me correctly, which they probably don't. And I'm going to pass
Oh, that's
Those
that's fine.
tamper-proof nails were defective.
clearly. And I am going to pass it over to the other side to my other robotic friend.
Hi. I'm Jax, the not robot, and the person they're referring to, of course, is.
Big. Big lights.
Sorry, I think he tore off one of the stage lights. Sorry, I'll pay for that later.
Yeah, janitor, can we get some mops in here to clean off the glass on the floor?
Yeah.
I
anyways.
got it.
Is where the duo, and I guess we'll pass it to the one person last. Here's the mic. I hope Big didn't crush it.
It's just a little bit mangled.
Just a little mangled.
It's okay. Hey, John, can we get a lavalier for her? Thank you.
Hello, I am Trisha Welsh. I'm your wonderful storyteller of this interesting adventure so far. We do not have a Karthus. They are He is currently in the tavern, probably asleep. We don't know. We don't know how much alcohol he actually had.
And while we consult our consumption of various drinks, we'll be right back after the opening intro, folks. Stay tuned.
We stand together on the edge of the world. Battles all around us like flowers unfurled. One body, one mind, fighting for that last moment in time. We are heroes pushing back against the dark, making way for a brand new start. Here in these realms where the essence grows, making a new path for the light as it grows. Whatever the struggle, together we fight. Stand up to fight, now it is to or die.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Realms of Awakened Essence Campaign 2. Storyteller, take it away.
Yes, I need to read the recap.
Yes, please.
Please do.
In the town in Odifu, new adventurers gather. Davi, Karthus, Naya, Sir Andrax, sorry,
Sure.
Big and Jack come for various reasons to this small town. They all soon meet when a pack of bandits attack the inn that Davi is outside of. Once they dispatch the bandits, they hear a rumor about a bandit king that's making the town miserable. What would these adventurers decide to do?
Ooh.
So where we last left off, you all had gotten rooms from Namazaru
Mhm.
because she graciously allowed you to stay at her inn for free if you would take care of this particular problem, because that's where you heard the rumor from. So all of you will benefit from a long rest. This is the next day.
Give me a moment, I haven't pulled up my character. So, nope.
That's fine. So who gets up early, who doesn't? How you guys want to do this?
Davi is definitely sleeping in because he likes the
Oh.
plush, cozy bed sheets that just basically consume him.
Got it here.
Huh?
I had to show my brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Andrex is probably going to get up fairly early.
Okay.
He'll still spend a good chunk of good portion of time in his room doing his morning routine, which means that by the time he comes out of the room, he's fully done up in his armor.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
And then he'll go downstairs
All right.
and have like a light breakfast.
All right. Namaruzu is there in front of the doing her thing in front of the bar. sees you come down, Andrex. Ah, wow. I'm glad that you're up and about. How did you sleep?
Oh, very, very good. The room is quite comfortable.
Good, good, good. I do pride myself in making sure that all the rooms are up to adventurer standard.
Oh, it is. It was more than sufficient. Absolutely.
What do you have?
Oh, I was just intent on having a light breakfast. I guess maybe a couple of eggs.
How would you like your eggs cooked?
Oh, I guess scrambled is fine. I don't want to put you to too much trouble.
No trouble at all. Would you like anything to go with the eggs?
Yeah, whichever side you have that's handy is fine by me.
All right. And something to drink, I would assume?
I'll take a glass of water.
All right. And you see
Okay, I'm back.
Namzaru turn around and you hear cracking of eggs and scrambling the egg, pouring it into the hot pan.
This is when I have Jax, the tiny little him, walk in. Big! Big!
Where the hell is Big?
Oh. Did you lose your companion?
Well, no, I was sleeping. I heard him get up, I think, and now I have no idea where he is.
And then this is, of course, when I want someone to probably roll perception, aka just the only person awake.
Okay, I'll roll. Oh, hold on. Let me roll in Abre. I have that set up now.
Good.
So
I have
whilst they're
something to add.
rolling,
Oh, right. There's a roles tab now, or bot commands. No,
Yeah, bot commands.
bot commands. Okay.
whilst they're rolling, can I be downstairs at the table that we were sat at the night before?
Mhm.
Because if my memory serves me correct, I put the book under it to sort out the table leg.
Oh, that's
You
Yeah.
did. You
and-
did.
You and Big
Oh.
were reading. You and Big
Yeah.
were reading together.
Also, I'm assuming that there's still like a couple like bodies lying around in various positions in the the booths at the bar.
One of them just happens to be Karthus. He drank all night.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 on my perception. I'm afraid. So
Oh boy.
Well, you don't notice it, but someone else can roll perception, or I could just say what's happening.
Who else is down there?
I think
Is Naya down there?
I'm
Yeah,
down there. I'm trying to pull out the book from the table leg.
Okay.
Are you
But
focused?
me being me, I'm going
Yeah.
to lean on the table whilst I'm doing it.
I can see that. Roll me a perception, but it's gonna be a disadvantage because you're doing this to the board table.
Yeah, of course.
Does the table take emotional stress damage?
I don't know, but let's get the roll first.
First roll of
15.
15. Wow. So yes. What does Naya see right before the table comes?
But she actually just hears light thumping on the roof. She
Okay.
hears walking on the roof.
Okay.
A little bit of dust and stuff gets knocked off, like the
Alright.
supports.
Big.
Like Jax is like looking around, like, what is that thumping coming from?
Yes. Now I'm addressing Big.
Oh yeah, Big.
No.
Big can't hear you. He's
No. The GM
Yeah.
is addressing Big.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, the Big is well. You're
I
addressing-
know what
he-
Big is
he's,
doing. No, I know what Big is
yeah.
doing. I know what Big is doing.
What are you addressing him for?
Big.
Yeah.
You came up to the roof for a particular reason. You saw something. Something
Yeah, he's looking
flittering.
around.
Something flittering around.
He's squinting, looking
Mhm.
around.
And this thing that's flittering around doesn't look too happy that this pickled robot is chasing it or chasing them.
It's definitely
Um,
swatting at the air for something.
Little fly
Yeah.
thing.
Um, our furry friend,
Yeah.
would you describe what you look like?
Sure. She has black and hot pink wings
Mhm.
in the shape of a butterflies.
Mhm.
She's exactly 24 inches tall.
Okay.
She is in a dress that would make Morticia jealous. With basically gloves that go up to her shoulders. And she is emitting a great deal of purple glitter every time she flutters her wings.
All right.
Oh, glitter. Little
Mhm.
little friend.
Yeah.
Just pointing at it.
And how do you pronounce your name again?
Neve.
Meave. You see the humongous robot that's kind of taking some great delight in following you around on top of this roof.
He's very pleased.
I'm
What do you
assuming some
do?
of the shingles on the roof have come off too.
Of course.
Okay. He seems to be distracted by lights. Excellent. She is going to... Is she outside?
Yes, this is outside.
Excellent. She's gonna duck just under the awning of the roof and
Mhm.
cast fairy fire out in the open and just see if he'll just follow it off the roof.
Okay.
Ooh. Lights.
So she emits another set of purple lights that go flittering into the...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I've heard the footsteps, can I go outside and see if
Yeah.
I can see anything?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
I love the idea that no one has an idea how we got up there. He just did.
Also, I'm
He just
assuming
did.
the thumping and like the loud noises from the roof above, like right where Davi is sleeping, has woken him up, and he didn't get any rest last night, like minimal rest. So
Yeah, all we hear is just thump thump thump. And like the very muffled him being very happy.
yeah, and Davi's been like tossing and turning over the night, like trying to put a pillow over his tiny little ears.
Big happy. Pretty lights.
Davi
Yeah,
just
you're-
gets up out of bed and just kind of like screams at the top of his lungs, which I'm not going to do on stream. But he's like, "Well, someone shut that mechanical mayhem up." He hops out of this huge bed onto the floor, puts on his slippers and his bathrobe and
Mhm.
yawns, then heads to the door. I'm going to speak to the tavern manager about that one. They need to get in
Okay.
the room.
So, Naya, you've walked out of this, walked out of the inn, and what you see is purple lights.
Mhm.
Okay. What you see is purple lights, and you hear the thumping getting closer to the lights. And the lights are just that much further off the edge of the roof.
Okay.
What do you do?
Would I have any data about what these purple lights might be?
Roll me. Let's see here. Roll me a nature check.
Can I roll something else?
Pitch it.
Arcana, maybe.
That.
See that
makes
making sense.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nature is 6.
Okay. Yes. If you want to roll Arcana, that's fine.
Arcana is a 14.
Okay. You're looking at these lights, and you get the distinct feeling that it's a spell, and it's fairy light. And the thumping is getting louder, by the way.
Okay.
Don't.
I'm assuming one of the like in the hall, like one of these like maids, gnomish maids, are just like banging a broom on the ceiling, like the broom handle on the ceiling. Up there.
Probably not realizing that that's the roof.
Yes.
Of course. Just
Big. Yeah, Big. You see you see pretty light, and they're way over there. Are you following them?
He's definitely like following them
Okay.
to any degree, but a little bit of his old robot programming is saying edge, 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 edge as he's walking.
Lights, pretty lights.
Warning, you're about to go off the edge, dumbass. Stop walking.
I'm just picturing like big view, like HUD view, and there's like a little like flashing words like "Stop, dumbass."
Yeah, stop.
Except Big, you're ignoring that. It's just a flashing light. It's one of many.
This is why Jax is always on his back.
You're getting close. You're following those pretty lights. Maybe you see the big robot thing following your pretty lights going off the edge.
Yep.
What do you do?
I mean, first off, how far was this edge before she tries anything? Like, is it just a 2-story building?
It's a 2-story building.
He's a thing. Not to say,
That's survivable.
He's
It's
not
survivable.
real. Yeah. She's just gonna let him walk off the edge.
Question:
Are
Are
there-
there,
Okay.
for the DM's sake, are there pedestrians walking underneath the structure or no?
Not this early in the morning.
Got it. Okay.
Just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is his punishment for trying to chase after her.
Oh yes, I know.
Imagine the thumping does get loud enough for Jax to eventually come outside, though. He goes,
Neil, what are you looking at? I'm trying to find Biggs.
Big drop.
What do you mean, Big? Ah!
And just at that moment, you see Big take 2 more steps.
Big, no! Stop walking! Like he's literally like the back of his foot is the only thing holding him on. Oh. Like, just Big looks down.
Big looks down.
Jax! Don't lean!
Lean.
No! Don't lean!
Leaning.
No! Jax quickly rolls up
Okay,
away.
for the 2 people who are on the ground, please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no!
To be crushed by a robot.
Yep,
A-
to be crushed
as
by a
the-
robot.
As the robot falls, it will catch a glimpse of Neve coming out from under the awning, laughing.
11.
What was that?
11.
11. Okay, and
Let me-
for you,
Let me roll, because the one good things that Jax is good at is dexterity. Of course, he doesn't really have his
okay.
own sheet specifically, but I will just say it's pretty good. And
yeah,
then
that's fine.
estimate modifier. Come
That's
on.
fine.
Yeah, 25. He perfectly
Well,
puts up
you,
there.
yes, you, boy, you saw that and immediately moved.
he knows how heavy Big is. This has happened before.
Yeah.
Naya, you also see Big falling. You move, just not as quickly as Jack, but you do manage to get out of the way.
I was about to say, it's like a cartoon. You see her step all the way. You see the shadow move over her.
Yeah, pretty much. Big, you did drop 20 feet.
Oh! With a loud thud, he makes himself like shaped hole in the ground.
Yeah,
He's
and you
very
took
heavy.
about 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's fair. Nothing. Nothing. A little nap will solve.
Yeah, you hear a satisfying thud in the ground.
You hear a big thud, but of course you hear the less satisfying him going again. No, not again.
So you also hear, Nevi, you also hear other voices on the ground.
Yeah, Neve will fly down and say, "So, are you the people with the big oaf?"
Huh? Like Jax quickly turns and quickly like helps Big up out of the hole as Big was fun.
It was not fun. You almost crushed me. Again.
Jack, you
Yes.
hear this tiny little female voice asking about who owns the big oak.
He quickly looks around. You can see his eyes dart around, and behind that mask, of course.
He goes, huh? What? Who said that?
Up here.
He looks up.
Yeah, she's just flittering about.
Can you come a little lower? I'm a little small.
He says, as he is pretty small.
She flits down to eye level with him. She is also very small.
Oh, he's about the size of a child almost.
She's 2 feet tall.
And you are a little smaller than him, obviously. But he's just like looking at you, going,
Sorry about my friend. Did you call him an oaf? You know what? I will ignore that for now. Did you knock him off the roof?
No. Actually, I, Well,
Mhm.
you see, apparently, I'm shiny, and it got
Big
his
is
attention.
easily distracted.
I noticed.
Big, what did I tell you about following random pretty lights?
so pretty.
You're not a raccoon. Ever since you got adopted by that raccoon family that one time. And other animals. How do you keep having this happen? You're huge. How do animals like you?
I like animal. Little animal, very fun to pet.
Even when it's a grizzly bear and it's trying to bite off your hand.
Yes.
She turns to Nia, who seems to be the one sane person out here.
Well, Jax is pretty sane. He just may not look at dealing with this guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much her interpretation of it.
By the way, for the purposes of this, Jack and Big, describe what you look like to
Of course.
to our news player.
Jax is this half blue, half, I guess, cyan masked, well, bodied person, really. That's pretty much a jester. If I can pull out an image of them, but I don't.
Just an
Remember
image
where-
on
I
screen.
can
I
see
have
it. I can
have
see the image, yeah.
Yeah, but Jax, of course, like on orange side, he has like this weird like X face, and the other one just looking pretty mellow. But yeah, he's pretty short. He's got mittened hands, and Big is just a big robot with, of course, the freaking acronym BIG on it. Just an acronym that says BIG in all bold letters. And he's got 4 fingers, 3 fingers, and 1 thumb. And he's just there. Like he gets out. You see his single eye with the 2 little other lights next to it. That could be 2 other eyes, but you know. He gets out of the hole finally, covered in like dirt. And then he just pulls out of nowhere.
I found worm in dirt.
Put it back.
Put that back.
friend.
He says, "We're putting the worm on his shoulder."
Hey, that's my spot.
This plane is so weird.
Okay, well, it's just him mainly. He's the weirdest thing. He hit his head during a ship crash. We won't talk about it. He's special.
The other person that you notice also looks robotic. Would you mind, Naya, would you mind describing what you look like?
Of course. I am essentially a robot figure, brownish hood. I wasn't fully finished before being boxed, so the shield that I have on my arm doesn't actually do anything. It's more there for aesthetic than anything else. I have gold layering in places, darkish greys. I'm fairly behind. I've just kind of been locked in a box for a long time. So I'm now trying to become accustomed to the world that I've been introduced to and these strange people that I now kind of consider a very loving but slightly dysfunctional family.
Yes.
Oh.
Like so
Well-
early on, but yeah, that's fair.
She just kind of flits up to Nia, respecting personal space for now. Says, so, what? Question: where am I?
You are currently outside of the Broken Fang Tavern with the innkeeper Namzaru. Just to update you, a large blue creature has just fallen off of the roof.
Yeah, that. Wow, this plane is really weird.
You're welcome.
Rock.
She just, yeah, she just kind of flits around like, okay. I was in the forest, then I took the left, and then I took the left, and then
Wait, actually, you took the left, and a bright light enveloped you, and you distinctly remember being pulled into this plane of existence.
yeah.
Forest. Trees. Big want tree now.
No, Big, do not go get tree. Where are you going?
Yeah, so she's basically describing her flight through the Feywild before that white thing goes. She's like left, right, right, wait, and then what?
He just checks desperately, like trying to wave down Big as he walks over to the nearby woods.
Or no, can I
Oh.
make an adjustment? There's like a potted plant that looks like one of those like trees with like the bulb on top, the leaves on top.
yeah.
That's like in a restaurant. He just
Yes.
uproots it out of the pot.
Just grab.
Yep.
Right. Well,
Big, please.
Can I cast Healing Word on Big?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Hold-
This is a lot better than Old Wind and Mage Hand. Add
Big,
more
you
funny.
get 9 HP.
Well, that's enough to heal up the 9,
Mhm,
like the
it
8
is.
damage he got.
Yep.
Thank you.
So,
You're welcome.
Andrex, you've gotten your meal. You do hear talking outside. What do you do?
So I hear talking outside.
Hmm.
I will. I'll just finish up my breakfast real quick, and then strap like the faceplate of my armor
Okay.
back into place, and then get up and join people outside.
Okay. As you come out, could you please describe what you look like to our new
Sure.
person?
So, a fairly tall humanoid comes out of the inn. Seems to be pretty well encased in armor. It's it's very it's relatively fancy armor. I sort of picture it's sort of a hybrid between like what you would consider like kind of a stereotypical paladin armor with like flourishes and like symbols of like the sun and whatnot. Kind of hybridized with kind of a samurai sort of feel. Specifically, he's got a helmet that covers most of his face. It's got like a kind of like everything from his like just below his eyes downward is covered by like a sort of a faceplate. And then he has these like large winged protrusions on it, like really elaborate wings off the head of the helmet. His eyes are visible and they are glowing a golden color.
Ah.
Interesting.
So he'll step out. And
I like the
he'll-
visual of Andrex trying to step out and almost falling in the big hole, the big shaped hole.
I'll roll a death save if we want.
As you come out, yes, please roll me a dex saving throw.
Like it's right in front of the door. Like it looks like he like did the starfish like full out belly flop. Like
Oh,
all his
yes.
limbs, like
I
outstretched.
did roll a 19, so maybe I stumble a little bit, but I managed to not fall
Yeah.
into it.
Or you do fall, but you just land on your feet, so like it's just your
I'm
head
cool with
sticking out
that.
the
Yeah,
hole.
he just kind of he stumbles into the hole and lands on his feet, and then just
Yep.
kind of stands there awkwardly, like he meant to do that.
It's surprisingly how deep this is. It's surprisingly deep.
Yeah, so Andrax, you see this teeny tiny little fairy
Oh,
mumbling to themselves.
well, hello there.
Oh, new people. Hi. How? Okay. Common lessons. Come on. Hi, new person. She says with a wave.
Hello. I'm Andrix, champion of the light.
Big looks at Andrex and puts the tree on top.
Tree.
Can I try and mend the hole whilst Andrix is in?
With the tree on top of his head. Oh no.
This is like a small tree I picture.
Yeah, it's a small little tree on your head.
Yeah.
Andrix is kind of trying to look up, like, but he doesn't want to knock whatever it is off his head because he's worried that it's fragile.
And Big is just like, what have you? Like Jack's like, what have you done?
She'll, Neve, being intelligent enough to see what's going on, will flit down and kind of reach in to pull him out.
Uh-huh.
So small.
Ironically enough, I don't think she'll need to roll. She has an 18 strength.
Okay.
So this little 2-foot creature just pulls this fully plated male out of the hole. Just
Whoa! Thank you for your help.
She nods. I don't think they saw you.
Up.
Tree head.
About this time, Davi, you have
I've
come out of your room.
down the stairs, gotten my
Down
cup
the
of
sta-
coffee, and I just come to
Got
the
your cup-
front door, look out, and I'm like just standing. I walk through the front door, and before the hole gets filled in, step, completely oblivious to the hole.
No, actually, I want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, dear heart.
Yeah, I'm just about to do that. Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Give it a moment to roll because it's the very slow, laggy virtual dice.
I forgot what your character's name is. Cam or something? Sounds like Can, but it's with it's the M edition.
Something. Still rolling. How do I turn off the virtual dice?
What do you mean?
The 3D dice on D&D Beyond.
Uh,
The settings thing.
yeah, I think
Oh.
it's settings.
Darn.
And it might be account settings rather than character sheet settings.
Okay, that's a 19.
19.
Yeah, so he looks down, sees it,
He
and
he looks down and goes, ah.
I say, what horse left this pothole?
And could you also describe what you look like to our new person?
Yes. Let me get my description up. Give me a moment. Character description. You see a very short, maybe like 4 foot tall. No, actually, he's 3 foot tall. Gnome, male. With kind of like brown whipped back hair, big smile on his face, and he has a set of bagpipes over his shoulder.
Oh, nice.
And he looks like he is like the happiest thing on earth. And he's looking at the hole,
After a little bit of morning
looks at the
coffee.
hole, looks at the party, looks at the hole, looks directly at the party, and says, "Definitely not a horse."
Like you just see Jax looking at the hole, looking at Big, just going, "How did you make it so deep? You didn't fall that far. You fell like 2 feet. That's like a lot. Not 2 feet, but 2 stories. But like, I don't think someone normally makes that deep of a hole. That's enough to like. You know what? I won't say anything."
Dobby chimes in and says, "Well, he might be very heavy. I mean, heavy objects do tend
Oh,
to..."
he is heavy. He fell on me at least more than I would like to admit.
So maybe more than 350 pounds, perhaps?
Luckily, I have no actual bones, I think. I don't know how I work.
He says while shrugging.
No bones. That's an anomaly. But
Well,
let it
my
pass.
entire body is anomaly. There's nothing behind this mask.
He says while like moving his face, like his hand around his mask.
I'm just 2 floating little eye lights.
He points to like the little floating like pupils.
It's not the weirdest thing I've heard of.
Like, I don't need to eat or anything. Or maybe I do need to eat.
He thinks.
I'm not sure.
Dobby's just sitting there going... on his
I am an
coffee.
anomaly to myself.
Yeah. Now, you're listening to this, and this makes absolutely no sense. It's like they're all talking technobabble.
I'm trying to think how I could do this. But you know when you call a company and they have hold music?
Yes.
I'm just going to play some hold music in my own head.
And what does that? Yeah. Well, what does that hold? Yeah. What does that hold music sound like?
I am going to go for... Baby Got Back.
Okay. But it's the Muzak version of that.
God.
I like the idea that Big looks over to Nia and just goes like just
Worm.
he still has that worm. Just
And I'm just going to be standing there just going, I've got big butts and I cannot lie.
Uh-huh.
I like large posteriors, and I cannot provocate.
Big, please do not sing with them. Please do not sing with them. Please don't sing with them.
I got no.
So me and Big are now just doing karaoke outside the tavern.
yeah, you're both like
Dobby's gonna chime
do a
in
little
with just
jig.
like playing like on the bagpipes.
And
Can I roll
now
performance?
now it's a cacophony because now it's bagpipes trying to do this particular tune and 2 people trying to sing, one of them off key.
I'm gonna
Can
roll
we get some
performance.
fairy lights in on this as well? It's like a disco ball.
Sure, yeah, she'll fly around everybody's head. Her glitter just.
No, the glitter. Oh God, why is it? Why does it hurt when you breathe it in?
Jax
This
goes,
time, about this time, the proprietor of this particular inn walks outside.
And
fall in the hole.
Neve immediately, in perfect fairy fashion, just zips away like, yep.
You still
just
see the
in
trail, though.
earshot. Just in earshot. Yeah, you can see her trail hiding behind a barrel.
What you see, Neve, is a 6 foot tall female, a female elf with blonde hair, silver eyes, tan skin, and just kind of wearing typical tavern like clothes, with a apron tied, with a towel hanging off the side, and she comes out with her arms on her hips, going, "What is all this noise?"
I don't
They
know.
started it, Neve says, coming from behind the barrel and then ducking back behind it.
Jax just goes, I have no idea, to be honest. Big was on the roof. He points to the hole. He fell, obviously.
When the
Big, we're going to have to make sure you stay in a room.
Davi
Pretty
just
light.
says, I agree with that, takes another sip of coffee, as you hear like the sad pipe sound going,
Yep.
Jake's like,
No,
I try to take track of this boy.
I heard a new person come out from behind the barrel. I see you there. I'm here.
She'll walk out from behind it. One of the few times you'll see her walk out. Her wings kind of fluttering every now and then.
Ah, I do believe that you are a fairy.
She nods and then takes to the sky.
when you say, believe you're a fairy, Davi's going to spit out a bunch of coffee and say, fairies!
Very, very pretty. Glitter. Much glitter.
Big says, well, actually, he just like has like a handful of glitter now, without context. It's not even the same color.
And my character is going to roll a history. All right. And she looks at you, and goes, "And you're from the Feywild. I've heard about fairies like you.
Again,
What
another
is
spit
that?
of coffee.
What are you doing here? Your kind isn't supposed to leave the Feywild."
I got lost.
How did you get lost?
Ran into the bright light, into the onto the roof, and then chased by the blue behemoth thingy over here.
Well, he's more
yes.
silver, but yeah.
The blue behemoth over there is named Big.
Yeah,
And
that's
his-
apt.
As soon
And
as Big hears his name, his head starts whizzing around.
Where?
And his friend over there, pointing to Jack, is Jack.
It's Jax with an S at the end, but yeah.
Jax, right. This, pointing to Naya, is Naya.
Hi.
That little one, pointing to Davi, is Davi.
Little, he's taller than my father.
Well, he's smaller than I am, so little.
He's just sipping like this
relative.
oversized mug of coffee.
Well,
And you've already met our
Davi,
Anthrax
don't
over
choke
here.
yeah. Glad you're not buried, dude.
All right, so why don't we move this particular conversation back inside the inn? I mean, you are starting to get stairs, And no lie, as you guys have been talking, there's been a crowd.
Big, please, can you fill the hole?
Well, and before Jax can even fully finish, Big has already filled the hole by making another hole somewhere.
Somewhere. Okay.
Where did you get all that dirt?
You just
I found it.
You just noticed like a cart which had dirt in it for like some mulch or something like that. Just
Did you
like
just?
I feel like it was probably dirt.
It was
Yeah.
just laying around. Dirt's free.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, whatever. Let's just get inside. You, me, inside. Well, all of us inside. But like, I'm not. Big is my responsibility, obviously.
He says while leaping onto him.
Mm,
Big's back. It's also like he's short, but he's able to leap pretty high.
Okay.
But yeah.
So as you guys all move back inside, you've also noticed that the body of, or the sleeping body of Garthus is gone. And as you're coming in, Namzaru goes, yeah, I had a couple of big burly guys take your sleeping drunk friend up to his room. He'll sleep it off today.
Ah, okay.
Sounds good.
Didn't know he could drink that much. And
It's
while hitting
impressive.
on me the entire night.
You'd be
Ugh.
surprised how much tieflings can drink.
Yes, I know.
Hit on.
So,
Big looks at his hand.
No, not that type of hitting, please. Big, put your hand down.
so. Who wants to hear more about this particular rumor about this particular bandit king?
Well, no, it's obviously one of the reasons we're here. And hey, if we do it, me and Big won't have to keep wandering around for a little bit.
That
As
is
long as
true.
Big doesn't destroy anything.
I don't
Oh.
destroy. I just borrow things. Also, very nice. These things like candle.
No, don't rip the candelabra out the wall, please. I wish he didn't have a mind of an animal mixed with a child.
Right. This rumor. There is an ogre that has been not doing very nice things to our quaint little village here. The ogre's name is Bozerg.
Bozerg.
Yeah, Boserg.
It could just be from where I'm from, but that's a little bit of a weird name. But who am I to judge?
Well, apparently this particular ogre has joined forces with a group of bandits. Some of them that you fought yesterday. I guess it was an advance party to find out if they can steal or bully or whatever more
That's-
things from this village.
Well, that's better than a dude that's a space pirate that's notorious called the Dude.
So you need us
I'll
to
say that much.
You need us to get rid of this booger?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Our local our head Waltham has offered a 1,000 gold reward for the head of this ogre,
Hmm.
and an additional 50 gold pieces for each of the bodies of his bandit friends.
I mean,
Uh,
we can apprehend them alive too, right?
As Big hears behead, his eye flashes from blue for red for a split second and jolts a little bit, and Jax goes, "Please don't say beheading." Big does the thing again. Sorry, ugh. Don't say that word, please. It causes Big to go a little funky for a moment. He says, while patting his head a little bit.
My apologies. I'm only reporting what our our mayor
Ah, yeah. I have no idea.
had relayed to me. He wanted to make sure that I got the word out to potential people that could take care of.
That's just fine. Honestly, it's not your fault. Well, I have no idea why Big does that. I think his weird defensive program he was installed with does that, but I have no idea why he has that. Ugh. He's got some trigger words. He says, "Well, patting
Now,
Big."
Zaru, can I just confirm? 1,000 heads for a gold ogre. Is that right?
No, Naya, that is 1,000 gold for the head of the ogre.
I want a
My
gold ogre.
apologies.
I want a gold ogre now.
You can't have one. We'll get you one later.
Oop, I can see it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind helping to go after this booger guy thing. You will notice that the fairy is completely unarmed. She has nothing on her at all.
Can I check? Is there paper in the bar?
Yes, you may check.
Okay. Can I take some paper and write something?
What would you like to write, Naya?
You'll find out in a minute when we leave.
Okay.
Well, I'll certainly be going if nothing else to help protect the people here and those of you who are intent on going along.
Well, I think that's fair for me and Big. Again, we kind of need shelter, to be honest. I can't.
Davi says,
I can't handle in the woods anymore.
I will come with you. Just let me just get washed up. As he's has glitter all over his hands. He hops off the top of the seat of the booth, off the table onto the floor, runs into the bathroom. Then you just hear a cry say, "Where's all the soap?"
Oh, it's just Big hears that
Soap.
as he pulls out like a handful of soap.
Well, I'm gonna come, obviously, and I know it's kind of hard to avoid, but I would probably like to try and avoid combat, mainly because Big gets a little scary. I think you've seen him in combat, right?
We can certainly attempt to take the bandits peaceably. I think we should try.
Well, yeah, but if Big gets attacked, or or other people I guess he deems as friends, and is harmed, he'll go into this weird security mode or something. I don't like it. He beheads people. Oh, I said the word again.
Big jolts again.
On Big's back, I'm going to try and put a piece of paper with the words "kick me" on it.
Roll, you know.
I want you to roll. Yeah, I want you to roll a stealth check to see if you can sneak up behind Big. Should do that.
That would be a 4.
And what's Big's passive perception? Do you have that, Aldwin?
Passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
On the D&D Beyond, it's usually, if you got a full screen, it's on the left hand under your stats. Your saves.
His passive perception is a 13.
So yeah, Big, you notice Naya trying to put something on your back.
I wonder how you're trying to attach it. Tape, a nail, or a little magnet.
A magnet.
Of course.
That would make sense.
Here's the little tunk, and also you just see Big's head whiz around from front to back, and just him quickly looking.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you?
Jack quickly looks and takes the paper.
That's not funny. And also, I just said if he gets harmed anyway, he'll go into defense mode. Imagine what will happen if someone kicks him.
Jack says a little panicked and waving his arms a little bit.
This is the
Call it
one person you
intrigue.
the only person you don't want to actually put this on. Most people don't do it anyways, but if someone did, I'm not sure if Big has like any amounts of like pick and choose of who he just randomly attacks when he goes in security mode.
Oh,
He's a
Copy.
little uncontrolled sometimes. If he doesn't have a specific target, he may go swinging.
Dobby comes out of the bathroom just with like toilet paper on his foot.
Like Big won't hurt anyone he deems as a friend, but I'm saying if a civilian, a Lord forbid, a child kicks him, I'm not sure if he's going to discriminate.
Andrix is like trying to get, without saying anything, he's trying to get Davi's attention and then is like pointing down.
Dobby's like who's kicking who?
No kicking.
He kicks the
Kicking.
foot of
No.
Of Naya, like because Naya's probably the closest,
I'm gonna do some kicking.
and it's the foot with the paper on it.
Paper.
Yeah.
Kicking.
Big quickly, he like looks around and like kicks over a chair. Not enough to destroy it, just kicks it over.
Kick.
No, Big, don't start kicking things. And also, please, no, don't kick the other rope. Why do I feel like I'm managing children? Why is this
Maybe-
my life?
Maybe because you are?
He is.
Why do robots have to be like children?
Yeah, says the innkeeper. Well, it looks like you are going to take on this particular task, so I guess I could give you a little bit more information about this. We know he's set up somewhere in the city. I mean, he has to in order to do some of the stuff that you know, how quickly he can come into here and do stuff.
Dobby's gonna chime in and say, "Does your city possibly have what's it called? Where all the water and the looks down at his foot? Oh, yeah, sorry. Peels off the slightly used toilet paper. Where this stuff goes as he dangles in the air.
Ew, put that away.
You mean a sewer system?
Ah, yes, that's the word.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not like we've got a dock out there.
It's just like, well, you're saying we need to go underground pretty much?
Underground.
No, Big, not in here. This is what happened. I don't like how he copies animals. He's seen like, I think like a mole go underground, and the next thing I know, there's just a hole where he was. He's very inept at it for his big shovel hands, I guess.
Digging.
No!
He like crouches down to go and start doing it before like Jax just hugs his face.
No!
No!
Digging. No digging! Not in here, at least. You're not a big dog.
Dog? Where?
No, please. Boy. Please, just disengage.
Then you see a little flash going green on his eye for a second.
Disengaging.
What the? Well, that never happened before. I guess there's still some not spaghetti code in there.
He says while patting his head. Well, you know, Big's head.
Dobby
I
just
really hope
says,
me and Big won't be a horrible burden to you guys trying to get that bounty.
Well, he's welcome to tag along, says Dobby, but, just make sure he's, well trained. I don't want to have to deal with your pet being. How should I
He's
say?
not a pet.
Well,
I
he sure
mean-
acts like one.
You know what? Neve sitting on Andrex's head, in between the feathery things, is sitting there with her legs kind of crossed, leaning back, going, "Well, I mean, if anything, we can always just let him, like, throw him at something."
Well, yeah, I guess it's the one thing he's good at, really. But you know.
But
And-
Jax looks at Davi with a squint, and he quickly flicks his thumb like he flipped something into the air, but you have no idea what it is.
Alright. Davi says, well, I mean, if we do let the big boy go on a... And Davi's not going to choose his words carefully. Murderous rampage.
No, don't say rampage.
Big quickly, his eye turns red for a second, and he quickly looks around, reaching for his weapon before quickly going back to normal.
Let's
What happened?
let's say mission. Let's say mission.
Yeah,
is
mission's
more.
better. Mission's a better. Well, that still makes his eye flash green, but you know it's fine. As that's not a bad word. Anyways,
Well, Davi says, whatever we're going to be doing, we need to figure out where this guy that we need to apprehend is. And I think he's in... Well, if he's getting into town that easily, he must be going through the sewer system. That's just a hunch.
If the town does have an extensive sewer system, it's the easiest way that anyone unseemly could get in and out. That's fair.
Okay.
Jax keeps looking at Davi like he's waiting for something while crossing his arms.
So, we need to get access to the closest sewer hatch.
I think there's one outside. I think I seen.
Wait, sewer? Yeah, please, tell me that's, there's another different way, yeah?
If you don't like going to sewer, you either not come or maybe you can go. I think Big has a container or something. I don't know.
We'll
We can
poke
get
holes
you
in
a-
it or something.
We can get you a Bach. He says this. He reaches onto the. He goes onto like the top of the bar, pulls out like
Oh,
this
you
like
move?
yeah, he moves. He pulls out this tote. It's like one of those
This-
like like food boxes that you get like a takeout. He says,
This-
"Look, it's perfect size for you."
She
oh.
kicks off Androx's head, not painfully, but like,
Right.
off, and she flits down to Davi and she says, "Do you not see the way I move?
Yeah.
Can
Also-
you understand why a sewer might be a bit of a problem?"
He
yeah,
looks
that's
and
fair.
says, "Very."
Davi,
Oh,
I'm
Yes,
gonna say this-
very good. She
That-
says with a nod.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'm
stay
gonna
off
say
the
this much.
ground.
when you move, I was trying to say this, damn. But yeah, I'm gonna say this.
go
When
ahead.
you move, roll me a dex saving throw, please, because of what Jax did with that little thumb flick.
Who's rolling?
I'm rolling.
Davi. Yeah. Please roll. Either things will go perfectly fine, or things won't go fine at all.
DM, whilst they're doing that, is it possible to buy like some biscuits or some cookies from the bar before we go?
Yes,
Could I buy, say, like a bag of 10 of them?
you may.
That's a
It will-
21.
It will cost you about
Nice. Give me a second. I have to wait for them to stop talking.
20 copper.
Yeah, that's fine.
You said it was 21. What were you rolling for? I'm sorry.
Dex
He was
saving
ro-
throw.
he was rolling for saving dex because of what Jax's one thing he can do that's unique. He
Okay.
basically you manage to take a step and you feel like something is under your foot, but you immediately react by hopping and you look where you stepped and it's a little glowing orange little jack. You know the little jacks with like the ball?
Yeah.
And you like
Mhm.
yeah, that's basically what you see on the floor. floor, and you just hear Jax go, and you see them all like, you see a bunch of them appear where you were standing. They were surrounding you, and they quickly all go back to Jax's hand. Don't call Big a pet, he says. He says real quickly, like drawing them back to his hand.
And Davi's gonna say,
I wish
Fine.
that worked.
keep
Don't worry, they
your-
won't hurt
Please
that
keep
bad.
your little things to yourself, please.
Just don't insult my
Anyway.
friend.
And he goes, looks at the fluttering thing in front of him. It's like, very, very.
Yes, it's a fairy right there. It's been there the whole time.
As
She
Davi's
just-
like walking around, he's like, how does that work? Looks at your wings. I've always been fascinated by your species. I've read about you in books, but I've never seen one in person. Fairy.
Well, I was born with these. They are unique to me. Although the glitter isn't. My sisters and brother have different colors. Glitter. Can you stop staring at me, please?
Sorry. He's like,
glitter.
comes back around to the front and is like,
Big, what are you doing now?
just looks out the
Glitter.
window.
Big is
Trying
getting little
desperate-
vials of glitter for some reason.
Davi is desperately trying to restrain himself from looking awkwardly at Neve.
Please,
Yep.
it's not that weird. This is not the weirdest thing I've seen. We live. This is. Come on.
Jax just says, as well, Big is just like looking at glitter. Like he's managed to like put his hands under, like, how do you pronounce that name? Neve?
Neve.
Neve. But like he was pretty much has hand, like just a palm of glitter, and he's just looking at it.
Big, please. What are you doing with that soap now?
He puts the soap in the glitter.
Glittery soap. Mmm.
As he
How
proceeds to
far?
put it towards his mouth.
He doesn't have one, but yeah, he just kind of presses it.
How close is it to Jack?
Jax is
Uh,
directly on Biggs' shoulder, so.
Oh yeah, no. Random gust of wind just takes the glitter and puts it in Jax's face.
What did I
randomly.
do?
He says,
It's in my mask. I can't.
he goes to take off the mask. You see he struggles.
Oh wait, I can't take this off. I forgot.
He just like, he just kind of trying to like spit it out.
I don't have a mouth.
Okay, so can we
It's
go
in my
deal with this-
non-mouth.
Can we go deal with this booger?
Yeah,
Yes!
we ought to.
Please.
Sooner we
Davi-
make the town safer, the better.
Davi hops out the open window into the rose bushes on like the little trough thing outside. Hops down and just makes his way to the filled-in hole where there's apparently a sewer hatch.
To the hole.
there.
Biggs and Jax gets outside and goes,
That big giant metal lid should be the sewer, I think. It's very big.
Davi's already
I'm
trying to
not
pull
hearing
off
you.
the lid.
Big.
Can I roll a strength
Ooh.
check?
Yes.
Alright, strength. Where's my strength check? Strength. Which is just a straight up 10. Like, as his base stat, but like he has a +0 in strength, so this is gonna be funny. As the dice slowly rolls across my screen. If he gets a high number, I'm just gonna giggle. Okay. He rolled a 2. He's like, you can just hear obvious groaning and grunting noises. He's like trying to try different
you-
positions.
Are you trying to lift that?
Yes, please help. Tries a different position with trying to pry it up with his.
You know, I'm not a
Fingers.
very spiteful person, so yeah, go ahead. Big, just do it. You can just help him.
Big walks over. Here, let me look at Big's strengthy. Let me go get a dicey to roll. Roll my dice. Roll. What is a 15 plus 3 for strength? That would be. I don't have my.
That's an
I can't
18.
make small math.
Yeah, I can't make small math on the spot. I'm slow. But yeah, that is the number I rolled for strength. 18, yay. DM, hello?
You rolled
I
an
rolled
18.
for strength to open the lid. The
Lit
sewer
up
lid.
what?
The
The
giant
sewer.
sewer.
You guys did okay. Apparently, I have lost the plot.
Yeah, like he went over to open the giant sewer lid grate.
Okay, guys,
Yes.
you needed to roll a perception check to see if there is a giant.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah,
It-
it's
it-
probably
it-
covered with dirt, but we'll.
I
we'll
was
find
following.
Out.
I was following after one and the other. Really, we were like lemmings, so we were all following each other.
yes, and
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, this
Retcon.
happens sometimes. We lose the plot.
Where's
I'm-
my
you
perception?
pushing that
lost the
18
plot.
though.
Yes.
I
I'm
will
at
I've
roll
got
a
a
perception.
20 perception.
I got a 5.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You got a 5. Who else is rolling?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Just give it a moment. It has to do the dice across the screen spiel. Will the dice touch the ground? Let's find out.
It
There
good.
it goes.
I rolled for Jax to see if he finds it, and yeah, he got a 22.
Okay, so I have a dirty 20 and a 22, and I'm
and
still
another
waiting on
dirty
Dobby.
20.
You got a dirty 20?
We all found it.
You do find the entrance to the sewer, except it's not a open. It's
Sewer
not.
lid thing.
Yeah, it's not. It. What it is more of a gutter,
Mm.
like. Yeah, it's a
Runoff drain
gutter.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Does
I
your-
found it, guys.
We could
But-
punch through it.
Well, let's not do
no.
civic damage.
No, let's not do that.
You guys are looking at it, and the only person that might be able to fit through there, because of the size of it, is your fairy friend.
Donnie
Ah,
looks
yes, of
around.
course.
Where's the
Guessing that's a no,
fairy?
though.
Stop acting like the fairy's a big revolution. We've already figured this out.
She looks down at the gutter and then looks at everyone else.
Well, here's the thing: if there's only enough space for her to go through, Andrix is gonna get down on his hands and knees and look through the gutter. Like, is there actually any space beyond the entrance that looks like it's large enough for any of us to walk, other than her?
You peer in there, and basically what you see is that the water flows in, and it does drop about maybe 5 feet, and what's actually underneath the city is it's very, very small. It's like 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot.
Okay.
Oh no.
Square. I mean, it's
DM,
it's enough to take the water to the river in the middle, but it's not enough to.
I'm gonna peer at that for a little bit, and I'm gonna say I'm not
Okay.
confident we're gonna find any ogres down there.
Yes, Naya.
Is there anything that I could wild shape into that would get me down there?
You could wild shape.
Into a
That's-
squirrel.
You could wild shape into. Yes, you could wild shape into a squirrel.
Robo squirrel.
Give me a second.
Or would there be a need for me to do that, or are we just kind of on a wild goose chase trying to get down in this drain?
Well, actually, the thought Neve is having is if for some reason the humans were using the drain, they probably were coming from the river.
To answer your question, Naya, you can wild shape into things that have a max DR of 1/4 at the moment.
So squirrel.
Squirrel, rat, spider, things like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
a spider
but
would definitely get in.
Nothing with a flying stuff. Nothing flying or swimming.
I'm gonna hold that thought.
Yeah, you kind of, Andrix, you kind of peer in there and going, yeah, if the ogre and his friends are trying to come out of here, that would take some very
Some doing.
greased up individuals.
They would need a lot of butter.
That said,
Oh my
I mean, if the sewers join the river, it does sound like the river is the next best lead.
Yep.
Forget,
Davi
for
says,
sneaking
to
in
the
there.
river. This is just pointing in like some random direction that's not the river.
That's
That's
not the river. I think even Big knows where the river is.
River.
That being said, yeah. Is there any way to fly just above the buildings to look towards the river, see for smoke
yeah.
or anything?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Might as
you
well
can.
make this easy.
True. Let's make this easy for at least one of you.
14.
For at least one of you.
14.
14.
Yes.
You're scanning.
The horizon, as it were.
Yeah, you're scanning the horizon. Let's see. Don't see smoke per se, but you do. You see what looks like along the river. You see what could be a place where there could have been storehouses.
She'll fly down and basically be like, "Hey, there's a weird place that direction."
That way. Well, I
And-
guess we can check it out.
I mean, it looks like there were big buildings there. Not really sure what they're for, but yeah. It's this way, and she'll fly off towards that direction,
Okay.
sticking to the street so they can follow her.
Okay.
I'll tag along. I'll follow.
Let's
All right.
go.
Yep, Davi's gonna follow
Big.
behind because he's small and it's gonna take him longer time to get to there.
That's true.
Big starts marching forward with Jax on top.
Walking nice.
So you walk towards the river, and you get to no crap, because this is a river going through the middle of the city. You do see places that are storehouses.
What are storehouses?
Warehouses.
Warehouses.
Oh, okay.
Warehouses, things that because this is a river, things are being offloaded from small boats into the warehouses,
Well,
that sort of thing.
If there's anything in there, I guess we're gonna have to throw ourselves into the fray. Yeah.
Wait, did you say throw?
No, not in the water. Throw! Ah!
Into the water he goes.
He could swim, right?
I think so. Hope so.
Let's find out.
I'm alive. He says while like popping his head out. I'm alive.
Yeah, the river here is somewhat deep. It's not
Big.
fast. It's just deep. It's
like-
a slow moving river.
I can't feel the ground. Big, what have you thrown me into?
Can I throw some rope to him?
Oh, no.
You may.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my 50-foot of rope to try and get you out.
Oh, don't waste your rope. He says while grabbing it.
Oh, well, I am holding the other end.
Okay, that's fair. As long as you don't throw the whole rope.
at ya.
He says while like climbing up it pretty quickly.
Ah.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. I'm not
I
gonna make
would
you
say
roll
I
for it. It
needed-
doesn't take much. As you are being pulled up, Jax,
Yeah.
you notice a small gray stone building that could have been one of these warehouses.
Hey, what's that over there?
He says while pointing.
You also notice that there were windows, but
Oh, that's
they've been boarded up.
Yeah, that's weirdly suspicious. It's either abandoned or, up to no good. Or both.
Yeah.
Huh. Well then.
We can check it out. I guess it couldn't hurt.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt anyone specifically.
Neve.
Yeah, I'm in.
Neve flies over to the door, starts banging on it, and says, "Yo, Boogerhead!"
Quack, 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 quack.
What?
It's,
And Davi's just gonna walk up to the Neve and say, "I don't believe that's the appropriate way to make a entrance." He knocks
Oh.
gently on the door.
After the whack and before you start knocking gently, Neve and Davi, both of you roll me perception checks.
Perception check, okay.
We have to be polite and let them know we're coming for them.
No, Big, that's not how that works, please. Anyways, let me back on you. He says we'll just
13.
climb back up.
13, okay, and Davi.
Still doing the dice rolling simulation nation thingy. Give it a moment. Anytime now.
I haven't seen short dice rolls.
Well, since I'm streaming, it's also gonna lag the website horribly. 18.
18?
Yep.
Okay. Both of you hear this. You hear footfalls from inside the building coming to the door. And there is a you hear footfalls. You hear someone sliding open what looks like a peephole, and you see eyes peeping out. Goes, password, password. What's the password?
Oh no, not a password.
She says, password? Right. And she sits and she will basically says, this is my password, and she'll cast Shatter on the door.
Okay.
So
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
Oh,
Okay. So what does Shatter do?
It's basically a gigantic. Let me read. A sudden, loud, ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from the point of choice within range. Each creature within 10-foot sphere. She would do it just outside the door, or on the other side of the door. Creature takes 3d8. A creature made of inorganic, such as stone, crystal, or metal, has disadvantage. A non-magical object not being worn or carried also takes this damage if...
Alright.
Yeah.
I was also looking up to see if the people beyond the door had to roll something, and they do.
Yes. Con save.
Yep.
The door itself is not gonna have a fun time.
The door itself doesn't have a con save, so
Yeah, it just takes
automatically
damage.
yeah, it automatically fails. But the two people beyond it,
It explodes.
pretty much.
Then it exploded.
Yeah, it's DC 14 or take 12 damage.
Okay.
Well, anyways, I started blasting.
So one of these individuals actually makes the roll because they rolled a nat 20. The other one had a 9. So
The one that passed takes 6.
6. Okay. Thank you. So one takes 12, one takes 6.
And the door takes 12.
Well, the door. Okay, the door is. Yeah, let me go look that up. The door appears to be solid oak.
I mean, if Shatter doesn't work, she'll burn the door.
Well, that's true.
But basically, yeah, she's like, I don't have a password, guys. Panic.
I have a response once the door goes down.
This gives Manic Pixie a whole new meaning.
As the door goes down, I'm just going to shout out room service.
Very good.
As the door goes
Sorry,
down.
not sorry in advance.
As the door goes down, Davi's just gonna say, Fairy Bureau of Investigation, open up.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. You did 12 points of damage to the door.
Yep.
Okay.
If nothing else, she's gotten their attention.
Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, the door looked none worse for wear, and you do hear an ugh and an oof beyond the door.
She turns and says, after hearing the oof, she says, hey, big dude, pretty lights on the other side of the door.
Lights?
And yeah, and imagine the door that's in our way as a box.
No, it's a
Big
box.
mad.
You see his eye grow a little bit, and his blue starts shifting into a slight red, but not really. It's like a tonal red. And he takes out his large pole, and it activates, revealing, of course, it's a plasma axe. And he's about to freaking break down this door. Or
Can
attempt
I
to.
kick Big in the shin?
Why will you kick Big in the shin?
Because then you're going to go mental on this door.
Yeah. You want him to go into fucking
Pretty much.
security mode. You can try. If the
Is he
game allows
charging
it.
the door?
Well, he's just gonna go for an attack on the door.
Okay.
But if he gets
Go ahead.
if he gets mana up, I'll rage. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Attack, my friend. That would be a. Give me a second. I'm such a silly. 19.
You hit.
He hits that door real good. Now what do I roll?
Hits
for my
that door
great
real
axe
good.
again?
Now, do your
Nice.
damage.
A 1d12 plus 3. Can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my what does a 12 die look like? Got all my dice here.
It's the. I want to say it's got pentagons for sides.
Yes, it's got pentagons for size.
So
That
5.
would
So that
be-
each face is 5-sided.
Yep.
5 edges.
Yep.
Is this? Are
Just
you
look for the
my
one that
12?
says 11 or 12 on it.
Oh,
That
yes,
too.
I found- Okay. Roll. That would be a. That would be 8 damage, unfortunately, but you know. Don't know why, but for Jax, I've been using my tablet, and for Big, I've been using my dice. That's been how that's been the most effective way to get both characters with good rolls.
Fair enough.
I don't know why.
Yeah, at Big, you hit the door very silently.
Destroy.
You didn't destroy the door. As a matter of fact, it didn't look like it did any damage to it.
He looks even more angry. You see
I
a little bit of
figure.
steam pop off of him.
I thought as much. Anybody else want to try anything to this door?
Davi's going to, let's see, what attacks do I have? Spells. Just for funsies, he's going to use Vicious Mockery on the door, and basically say, your wood is, basically, I've seen
Your
harder,
wood is-
I've seen harder doors than you.
Okay.
Wood is
you are
weak.
termite
So-
infested
so-
and
so-
weak.
Yeah, so
Yes.
vicious mockery, you still have to roll to hit, right? Or that
It's a wisdom of door has to roll a wisdom saving throw of 13.
it's a door.
Then it takes 1d4 worth of damage. Give me a moment.
Go ahead.
The door rolls a nat 20. Well, shit.
Go ahead.
Give it a moment, it's rolling.
Yeah. Neve has basically stepped back and is like, alright, I'm annoyed. She's basically going to reach her hand out and reach into basically what equivalates into a rainbow black hole and pull out a rather large sword.
2 damage to the
at least
door.
for her.
What did you say?
The damage to the door is 2.
You mock this door. Door does nothing.
But yeah,
Davi
she
says, well, I tried. Walks away from the door.
Okay.
Andrix is kind of standing there looking like a bit scandalized, like, wait, guys, I don't even know.
Guys, why are we just like spamming the door?
Jax, like, just kind of sits there, like, you know,
I did like feed into it, but like now I'm getting a little uncertain here.
he looks at, like,
You-
the
you-
sweaty
the
people.
owls that you guys heard after the shatter, you all hear footfalls going away from said door.
Well, there they go.
So who's gonna try to hit this door next?
I'm gonna hit Big, try and get him to rage.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. But I'm gonna say this much. I'm gonna ask of because the attack was so sudden, they got knocked away from the door. Is the peephole thing still open?
Yes.
Because they didn't have
Oh.
time to close it.
That's a
Yeah,
good
they
point.
didn't have time to close it.
Cool. Neve will shimmy her way through it.
Whoop.
Unlock the door. Well, Big is about to fucking rage.
Yep. Eve will shimmy through the door. The door looks like it's on this side. Looks like it's locked, and it has a one of those arms, wooden arms that.
A bar.
Yeah, a bar. So
Okay.
it's locked and barred.
I like how none of us thought about the door thing being open, and like I was thinking about it, but I wasn't sure if I should say anything.
But yeah, she'll proceed to unlock and unbar it, and then just kind of zip past it as the door opens and creaks open.
Like, no,
And
big.
about this time, Big decides that he's going to try to ram the door.
Yeah, you know, he freaking comes barreling. You barely have time to get out the way as he freaking runs into like whatever is ahead of him.
Mhm.
At least we know we can use him as a battering ram. Way to go, Big! She cheers on.
This,
Big
this,
is mad.
yeah. As the door opens, and all of you who are still outside, and Big, since you kind of don't have a sense of smell, this isn't going to affect you all that much.
Naya just still in pre-kicking about the kick him pose.
Probably. The stench of rot hits you guys
Ooh.
before you can fully
Yes.
see inside the main door. There's a short corridor. It's about
Poor Jax, he's on the back of Big.
about a 30-foot hallway. On one wall, on the east wall, there is a portrait, or it was a portrait of the king and queen. It's been defaced by a dart sticking out of it.
Well, that's fun.
There's a door at the north end of the corridor, and then there's a doorway in the western wall, which is kind of in the middle.
I think at this point, I think Andrix is gonna step in and try to get like towards the front of the group, and he's gonna be like, "All right, come on now, guys. We need to apologize to the residents about what we just did."
Apologize. They locked the door in our face, says Davi.
Yeah,
This
but
is like
kinda,
brushing splinters off his face.
They kind of live here.
Jeez.
Davi
But
looks
Big
around
is
and says,
very
live
mad.
here. This place is a dump.
Anyways, I feel like this
Smells
is
like it,
related to people we need to find.
All right, we got to find them and apologize. I'm not going to be able to walk away from this until we apologize to them.
Really?
What is
That's fine.
smell?
It is a complex thing, Big.
So there's a door on the western wall, right?
Yep.
Andrix is gonna walk up to it and just kind of like gently knock on it, like tick 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 tick. Hello.
You don't hear an answer.
I'm gonna open the door. I just need to find you guys to apologize. I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. Let's see. What are these two doing?
Getting beaten up by a 2-foot-tall girl.
No. There are two orcs, and their studded leather armor, and one of them looks hurt more than the other, but they have. It looked like that they had run into this room to do something, and one of them came across a what looks like to be a book.
Oh.
And they're trying to read said book.
Almost
What?
for saying, I thought you said Bach.
Book.
Did you say book?
I did.
God, Nia has that automated like phone voice down.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
know.
love it.
I know.
I'm just trying to do like, the small secluded dude and the dumbass.
I'm gonna step into the room with the orcs and I'll be like, excuse me.
You hear them. They've got this book open, and they're looking at it, and they're trying. Now you realize that these two are orcs. The book that they have in their hands was written for humans, and they're trying to read this book. So it's very, very poor, very broken common. They're trying to read. You're getting some of these words. You're getting mistress, white, roses, speak, goddess, and compare. Those are the words that you can make out as they're trying to read this book.
Good. I can help you with that if you want.
They turn around and look at you.
Hello. I am sorry for intruding.
This is on the background, just I am mad.
Oh dear.
They look at you. They look at each other.
Well, that's a very good conversation they're having.
I'm afraid I don't speak Orcish, which is why I'm going to assume you're speaking.
You see one of them point to himself, point to you, and that motion.
Oh, okay. I think there's been a misunderstanding here.
Big, they're not over here. I think they're over there. Please.
My name is Andrex.
Crush.
And they are going to rush you.
Uh-oh.
Andrex. Yep. So, let me get set up here. Oop, that's not where I wanted that. Wait. Yeah. Forget those two. Let's see here. Back out. And there. And, well, since you are, give me a second.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to go over to Big and give him a biscuit.
Okay.
Ooh, biscuit. Like he's like looking around angrily. He sees that his eye immediately goes from like the slight red to like normal blue, and he just kind of tries to
Okay.
eat it by pushing his face against it.
Since the orcs are going first, they both gang up on poor Andrex there. Well, maybe not poor. Yeah, maybe not poor.
Or fully armored Andrex, so at least there's
Or
that going for
fully,
us.
yeah, poor fully armored Andrex. They both raise their scimitars. One has a 10.
That's a miss.
The other one hits with a 22.
That'll hit.
That is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Slashing damage.
Could I do something as a reaction to that? Or
what
I
is-
may not get a reaction if this is like too surprising.
Well, it's a surprise round for you because you weren't
Okay.
expecting them to run up on you. So
No, that's fair.
If
That's
he's,
fair.
If
Okay.
he's hellish rebuking, though, that's just a natural, like...
Well, it still
That's
takes a
what he's trying to
reaction
do.
if that's what
That's
I'm
fair.
doing.
Yeah, that's fair.
that's fair.
That's what he's doing.
If that's what you're doing, yeah, this is more of a surprise round. So I'm going to say for this one, you're not going to get your reaction.
We'll save that surprise for later.
And now it's your turn, Andrex.
Okay. I will.
Now there's two of them. So go ahead.
He's gonna say, "Well, I'm very sorry, but I'm compelled to defend myself," and I'm gonna draw the longsword.
Yep.
And let's see, and then I'm going to. I'll focus on the one that hit me, I guess.
Yes.
Let's see. So, Well, it's been a while since I've played this character. So I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action to invoke my fighting spirit,
Okay.
which will give me advantage on attacks,
Okay.
on weapon attacks, and also gives me 5 temporary hit points.
All right.
And then I'm going to take a swing at the one that hit me.
Go ahead and
The
roll.
one that actually landed a blow.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Let's see.
Go ahead and roll.
23 to hit. Dang. That was very nearly a crit. Assuming that hits, that's 7 damage.
Yes, that hit.
I'll also
And you said 7 damage, right?
yes.
Okay.
Let me also update my hit points and whatnot.
Okay. Right. Now it's Big's turn.
Yeah, big turn.
Did you want to do anything else?
That's pretty much everything I can do. That was my action and my bonus action. So.
Okay. Okay, Big, it is now your turn.
Big hears the battling. His head immediately whizzes. Sees he's quickly who he has deemed his friend get hurt. Him.
Uh-huh.
He goes a death. And he's going to instantly enter rage.
Okay.
Within that, his eye immediately goes full red. His axe goes back to being fully ignited, and he just immediately like barges in pretty much.
Okay. Which one are you going at after? There are 2 orcs.
He's going after the one that hurt his friend.
Okay.
He's very
Roll.
mad. Okay, I must have rolled. Roll. That's the wrong dice. Roll that. Okay. That is. A 14 plus 3, and that's a 17. He rolled 17.
Yeah, you hit.
I forgot the aspects of having rage, but yeah. Oh, I think he's got a +2 on his melee damage, meaning I think that's no, that's for damage. Yeah.
That's for damage. Roll your damage. You hit.
Yay! So I get the roll for damage now. So
Yeah.
roll.
You do.
Well, I said roll. That isn't the dice falling off the fucking table. Because that would be a. I've been rolling really low lately. What was that? Like a plus? Yeah, +2 on my melee, so that would be 8 damage.
8. Okay. All right. That is Big's turn. The next one to go is Neva. Diva. What do you do?
Who is it? Sorry.
It's your turn.
Ah, fair. She is gonna follow in.
Okay.
Being tiny, she'll whip her way around one of the orcs and bring her rose greatsword down on somebody.
Okay. Roll.
15.
As a reaction, these two get close together and throw up their shield. So you do not hit.
Fair enough. That's her.
Okay. That's her. The next person to go is Naya.
I am going to cast Ice Knife.
Okay. On which one?
On the one that hit Andrex.
Okay. Go
Okay.
for it.
Just like a person. It's Andrex. Everyone. No, you have chosen. Yeah.
Boom! Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm touched.
That is 21 to hit.
You hit.
Cool. And that is 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay. Yeah, he's looking real hurt.
And that's it.
Alright. And the last person to go is, Davi.
Yep, Davi is going to draw his rapier,
Okay.
and he's going to charge into the room, and he's going to attack the one that looks the least damaged.
Okay. Which is the other one.
Yep, so after all, d20, and then it's +5 for the hit DC, so... d20 plus 5... 21.
You hit.
Alright, and then I roll a d... 8 plus 3. Can you not? Sorry, I have to alt-tab back and forth because I disabled the dice thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Plus 3... 1d8 plus 3. 5
Okay.
damage. And that is piercing damage.
Okay. Now we'll go back up to the top, and it's their turn.
Mhm.
Oh, they've got a plethora of people that they can now hit. Yeah, the one that hit you, Andrax,
Mhm.
is going to hit you again, or attempt to hit you again. This time with 2 slashes of the scimitar.
Okay.
One was 17,
That'll hit.
and the other one is 24.
Ooh, they'll both hit.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Ooh.
I will use my reaction now, if anything, after all that.
Yes, you may use your reaction. The first hit was 9 points of slashing damage. The other one was 5.
May I ask a
Okay.
question? Who's lower on health right now?
Total of 14. That might be me.
Yeah, because poor Andrax is getting beat up here.
Yeah.
I got it.
In reaction to the second blow landing,
Uh-huh.
Andrix is gonna he's gonna stagger back a little bit and say, "You asked for it," and he's gonna point his sword.
Uh-huh.
And there's like a twirl of flame that goes up the sword and leaps at the guy.
Uh-huh.
So yes, now I will be doing Hellish Rebuke.
Oh. So Hellish Rebuke, do you have to hit, or does he have to roll something against that?
I should.
It's a dex save, I think, and yeah, he just has to be hit. That's
I think
what it is.
here I'll do it in the channel real quick with Avray. I think it's
Okay.
action.
Alright.
Which I gotta use the other prefix for this. Sorry. Okay, there we go. It is a dex save.
Yeah, okay, it's a dex save.
Creature must make a dexterity save, DC 12.
Alrighty then.
Dang.
12, right?
Yep. Is it doing the damage calculation correctly? Because that seems crazy.
Well,
I guess
first
so,
of
no, that's-
all, so he failed it.
Okay.
Because that was a that was an 11.
So he takes 22 fire damage, which, yikes.
Holy crap!
That was an insane roll.
Yeah, you asked for it. Whoosh. He looks now very, very singed.
Okay, he's still alive though, right?
Yes, he is still alive.
Okay.
Now the other one takes stock and looks at everybody and decides to go after Big.
Ah, yes. Jax on top. Also, I'm gonna consider any actions from Jax as like maybe a bonus action for Biggs. So I'll use my bonus action if that's fair.
That's fair. The first one was 23.
Yeah, that gets through Biggs' armor.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Although he is raging, right?
Yeah. he's
Okay,
raging.
so he'll
He'll
that
probably take
is 7, but because he's raging, that he takes half of the slashing
Yeah.
damage. So that's I'm gonna say 4. And the other one, which was 14, does
14?
that hit? Yeah.
14's under 16, so no.
Yeah,
He
okay,
goes
so
for a
it-
second hit, it just tinks off, and
Yeah,
Biggs,
it tinks.
slowly creaks with a loud screeching noise to look at him. Just
And,
Go for
and this guy kind of goes, "Ugh." You know, kind of wide-eyed and go, kind of the oh crap moment, the surprised Pikachu.
It was at that moment that he knew he messed up.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you.
just Big looking at him like, you dare?
Okay, so that is their turn. Andrex, it is now yours.
Okay. The guy in front of me, I'll say, I'll shout, surrender, and we'll take mercy on you, but I will also take a swing at him, because he is still a threat.
Yes. Go ahead.
I will say that when I'm using my sword, I'm trying to be as non-lethal as I can, for what that's worth.
Grr!
Going for some light maiming here.
Only light maiming, I love
You
it.
just want to cut his arms off, not his heart.
So this will be, right. Oh, I should be two-handing it. But anyway, I rolled a 21 to hit, and I did 8 slashing damage.
Slashing damage?
Yep.
Yeah. You go. Woo! You say the thing. I'm going to assume that you were attacking with the flat of your sword instead of the edge.
Yeah. If necessary, I'll turn it into a flat of the blade.
Yeah, he goes down.
Okay. That is gonna be everything I do on my turn.
Okay. And now it's Big's turn.
Yay.
Who've now been hit by this other guy.
Yes, of course. I will say, within reaction, Jax is going to use the bonus action to do something, even if there's only one enemy, just to hinder all movement actions.
Okay.
He's going to use his ability that I did kind of example,
Right.
and that is his Jax. And basically, all they really do is every time an enemy moves over them, they have to Dex saving throw on them.
Okay. Does that happen when you first throw them down?
Yeah, when he throws them down,
Okay.
they engage pretty much right away. But
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I have to roll a dexterity saving throw.
yeah, he throws them down, and they'll just stay there until the end
Right.
of the
Okay.
round.
So what is the DC that I have to roll
the
against?
match. The DC
Yes.
of like how high you have to roll above it.
Yes.
Let's say to just be reasonable, it's probably around just 13. Just get over
Okay.
13, and you'll be fine. I think that's reasonable, right?
The person hit it on the nose.
Ah, yes. Well, they'll stay there until the end of the fight. So
Okay. So what
I
does
think
Big
as
do?
just as a suggestion for the DM and also for the player, maybe it changes the terrain to difficult terrain.
ah, yeah, that is
The
also
character-
fair.
target?
Yeah, that's fine. So what does Big do?
Big will pretty much do exactly what he's the best at, and he's going to try and decapitate this man, probably.
Roll to see if you hit.
Roll up. Well, that was that's what we call a dice that just went on rolling, but I'll take it because it didn't really get disrupted by anything. It just kept rolling like a ball.
Okay, just tell me.
Okay, that would be plus all that. That would be a 19.
You hit.
Of course. And now we'll have to hope I get a good damage roll here.
Okay.
Why do you fail me? Anyways, that would be 7 damage.
7?
It's D12. It could be higher, but God, this dice does not want to be on my side today. This one
All
damage
right.
guy.
Okay.
And he goes
that's...
for a wild slash and just
Okay, so that is Big's go.
yes.
Now it is Neva's.
Neve.
Neve. Sorry.
Well,
Neve.
yeah, her eyes will start glowing, and she'll start speaking in Infernal, which she actually doesn't know, but reasons. And the guy is going to get blasted with 3 scorching rays, the one that hit Big.
Okay.
rolling
Yeah.
Hendrix
So
is gonna startle slightly and look over when she does that.
Yep. I know.
Alright, so first one is 16, second one is 22, third one is 17.
You hit with all 3 rays.
First one's 9 damage.
9. Okay.
Second one is also 9 damage.
Wow. Let's go for the hat trick.
Nope, third one is 7.
Right.
I know, right? But yeah, I for those that know Infernal, it was something about burning the bliss of, basically something a succubus would say.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's very and
Okay.
that's her.
Okay. Yeah. Next person to go is Naya.
I'm going to walk up to this one and just
Be
push
careful
them
about
over.
the jacks.
Jack says
I'm just going to walk up and push them over.
into the jacks.
So let me do an unarmed strike.
Yep.
You are not worth my time.
Onto the floor with the tiny little sharp things.
That was a 5. So
Nope.
instead of what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fail the push, then just kind of brush them off a bit.
Uh-huh.
Just, tidy them up a bit. Step back.
Okay. Okay. Davi, it is now your turn.
Davi is going to come out from behind, probably like Naya or whoever walked up, and then dusted them off and walked back. He says, "And now, time for your trim." He's going to use his rapier, and he is going to attack. So give me one. That is 1d20 plus 5. Give me one to roll that. That is a 12.
Wait a second. No, you do not hit.
Okay.
You go
Then-
tink.
Yeah. Then he says, as a bonus action, he is going to use the As I remember, Andrix said he had a little bit of low health. He is going to use Healing Word on Andrix, so I roll 1d4 plus 3.
Okay.
You want 1d4? You gain 5 hit points back,
Cool.
Andrix.
Thank you very much.
And I think that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
So this one is still up. It is now his turn. And he's looking at Mig. He's going to go after Mig.
You better not move, boy. Yes, I do love the jack mechanic.
Okay, one doesn't hit at all.
Yes, fun. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a 10. The other one was a nat 20.
I do realize because they're so close, he just turns.
Yep.
Doesn't count.
Yep. That's 9 points of slashing damage. Cut that in half. That's 5 points of slashing damage because Big is raging.
Yes. A little surrounded.
Andrix, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'll move up to the remaining orc. And I will say yield, and then swing my sword at him.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? I will actually. How do I two-hand it? Let's see. There we go. I only rolled an 8 to hit, so never mind. The damage
Yield.
wasn't great. Damage wasn't great either,
Pickle.
but it's not relevant.
Yield. Whoop.
Yeah.
Yield.
Yeah, he hits it like a rafter or something. Foop.
It gets stuck. You're like, eh.
No, it only gets stuck on a 1.
Oh yeah. It's stuck for a second. Just I'm fine.
Okay, so that was your go, Big. It is now your turn.
Yay. No, I won't do that. I feel like that's something Jax will learn later. Anyways. Nothing. Big is going to, I know he has a frenzy attack where he can use his, I'm trying to read this. Yeah, his bonus action as a attack as well, so he can get 2 attacks in.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'll probably do that if I screw this one up. Roll. That would once again be a 19 on my normal roll. On my just
You
straight-
hit.
And then we roll for my damage, and that is a lot better. That would be a 12 on damage.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll again for his second attack. And that would be, unfortunately, a 9 for that one.
You do not hit on your second attack. The first one, Big, comes across, hits him, tries to do the backswing, the guy backs up.
Vig's like, oh, that didn't work. There's a part of me thinking it's probably because the bump in my table probably messed with the dice, but I'm just gonna count it as a failed roll anyways. I got a good, I'm satisfied with the first roll.
Okay.
Because my table isn't really even, so.
So now it's at Nev's turn. Eve?
Yeah.
Eve.
Yeah, she's tired of using magic, and now she's gonna use the big sword, which
Okay.
ironically just looks like Andrex's long sword.
Like same size?
Well, for her it's much bigger. But
Okay, fair enough. Well, right, exactly. That's what I'm picturing. This is like.
It's what a rapier would be for her size.
Okay.
For your size, basically.
It is a 17 to hit.
You hit.
We're doing good.
10 damage.
Now you guys were intending to kill this one, right?
Neve was.
Okay.
Biggs was in kill mode, so
Yep. So this one crumples, and as he crumples, he's no longer breathing. The other one's still breathing, but
well,
just knocked out.
oh, they're mostly dead. Jax
Mostly
says
dead.
he
on.
outstretches his hand, and all the Jacks come back.
I go up to the one that just fell, and I will attempt to give him first aid.
Okay.
Yeah, meanwhile, very quickly, just as flavor, Neve casts Prestidigitation and a jingle plays and she flourishes her sword and puts it on her back. Yep, exactly.
Big claps a little bit.
Yay!
Rolled a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to stabilize him.
Okay, I'll just bandage him up. Okay, all right.
We should probably tie him up so he doesn't do anything.
Well, hold on. Like, we don't know that they're bandits. We just came rushing in here.
Davi's gonna walk up and say, "Where's your leader, commander, whatever you want to call it?"
This one is slowly coming around. He kind of.
Yeah, I'll make sure he doesn't run away.
Jax says while throwing the Jacks again.
And I'll hold him down too. Hold on. Do you speak common? I don't think
the orc kind of gives you a look.
It's like a squint.
Neve will
and a look.
Neve will ask the same question in Elvish and Sylvan.
And again, the orc kind of looks over at Neve and it gives you the same look.
She looks back at she looks back at the group and says, "This thing's an idiot."
Is it speaking? What was it speaking? Orcish?
Oh,
Orcish.
Well, Big doesn't understand Orcish, but it has similar grunts to Draconic. The only thing Big knows apart from Common. Goes, I don't know why, but I feel like Orc and Draconic is similar, but not similar.
They're not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both grunts, so maybe like one word is understandable, but like that's it. Like one word that has similarities.
How are you going to get? Yes, this poor orc. How are you going to communicate with this orc? It's obvious that he does not speak common.
You know the Snickers advert?
Huh?
Have you seen the Snickers advert?
You're not.
Where somebody's really angry and they feed them a Snickers bar.
Yes, I have actually. I've seen all of them.
Same thing with a biscuit.
Okay.
I will feed him a biscuit and see if that calms him down.
I love the visual of just shh. It's like you shush him with the biscuit.
Pressing it on his lips.
Stuff the biscuit into his mouth. And he sits there and he goes.
Okay, I need to control myself.
Thank you, Lemon.
What did Lemon say?
Hey, what's this? And she'll flitter over to the book and start reading it. Not out loud.
I'm blind to
the
Lemon.
book is a book written in common. And what they were attempting to read, and I will read you a little bit of this. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her be done? If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. And it kind of keeps going.
Can I go to the book?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do the old classic.
You're going to bonk it, aren't you?
Bang!
You bang into the book. And you see all this writing like really, really close. And you realize that this particular poem that they were attempting to read is not a love poem. It's a hate poem.
Ah, yes. You gotta love hate poems. Similar, but angry.
And down at the bottom, because you're so close, you also see like initials, and it says WH at the bottom.
Do I know who WH is?
Oh, roll me a history check.
Okay.
I don't know. The fact that it's a hate poem just had me at whore hater.
No. I know where you were going with that, but no.
Let's just say it's a love-hate relationship.
Anyways.
21.
This is written by somebody named William Shakespeare.
Aha. There he
Oh,
is.
dear.
I'll give you the sonnet number too, because it's a sonnet. Actually, I'll DM that particular number because it's the one that it popped up. I'm going, oh god, I can't read that one. I was hoping for a love poem. That ain't a love poem.
No.
It's angry.
It's very angry. It's that one, and I'll
Almost
even
as
give you
angry
the
as I am.
I'll even give you the title because it's. I didn't think Shakespeare could write one of those.
You know?
Are you kidding me?
He had a mood. You had a mood, okay?
He did. It's just I'm reading this and I'm going, golly. That's the reason why
Have you read Macbeth or freaking
Yes, I've-
Romeo and Juliet? Like he was all about that.
Well, I will say this: I love Macbeth, and one of my favorite lines
Othello.
Well, I've also read that. I've read most of them, but one of my favorite. Well, actually, it's from Hamlet. One of my favorite lines in Hamlet is above all else, to thine own self be true. It's my favorite line in all of Shakespeare.
These fucking theater kids.
And sorry, and my favorite play by Shakespeare is actually Henry V. I love Henry V.
Look at these. Look at these theater kids flexing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know what it said. I know what I read, and it's sort of like, oh, I could pull that out. Yeah, and that was the thing that got pulled, and I'm going, that's not what that is.
No.
Anyway, so that's what you're looking at, Naya. So how you guys? I mean, he's eaten this biscuit. He has calmed down a little bit, but he's kind of doing the.
Nothing like some food could.
Question for the DM: If I were to shapeshift into a orc, would I be able to speak the language or no?
No.
Okay, and that's not
Yeah,
gonna
there's
help.
a there's a specific spell for that.
You gotta
there's
know
a
the
specific spell that you have to have in order to understand what this orc is saying.
Yeah,
the
true.
technique of looking like people is you may look like them, but you also need to have the knowledge of them.
Basically, it'd be stupider.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay,
So
we were
you
in
have
salt.
this orc. Thank you. Yes, Lemon. uh, so how are you talking to this orc?
Does anyone know how to write in Orcish?
No. My thought is we throw him in the river.
What?
And now, why would we do that?
Well, okay, so we still
Because
haven't
he smell one.
Throw. I like throwing.
No, big, please.
One, he smells. Two, he's smells. Three, he's dirty and smells.
You know what? Those are points.
Hey,
but-
I mean, I don't want to
Stop using
be
the word throw.
critical, but you're leaving dust everywhere.
She waves her hand and it just goes off into the air somewhere.
My face.
As someone rightly suggested in chat, maybe you could try an interpretive dance.
You know, I mean, Andrix has got performance.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I got an idea now that you mentioned that.
Oh dear.
I'm going to roll a performance check
Mm-hmm.
and try and sing to them about where their leader is.
It's all fun and games until just Jack standing there.
Okay.
Wait. He's like sitting there. He's like, wait a minute. Why am I standing? When was I off? Where's Biggs in the?
Give me a
He looks
moment.
at the door. You see Biggs trying to sneak out with the orc. What are you doing?
24.
You.
Whip out my bagpipes and just start playing like.
Yes, Mag. What a topic to peek into. Yes. You managed to sing to this orc about
Make
where
it
his
dark.
leader is, and you do it well. I mean, it's nice. It has nice melodies. I mean, the rest of your friends are very captivated.
Yeah.
And then in the part of the end of the song, I say, point in the direction your leader went.
Right. And he looks at you. Oh. He looks at you. He puts on a big grin.
Mm-hmm.
And he points out the door that you guys came in.
Huh.
You just hear the sigh of like bagpipes as he ends the song, and he's like, either he says he's telling us to get out, or his boss went that way, pointing to the door.
Well,
I mean,
the
not
better
mutually
way
exclusive.
the better way to check it, I think, is well, we probably look all around.
Okay, so your answer is to trespass even more on their territory.
Well, we explored the whole building.
And yes, roll me a perception.
Oh, any of us or all of us?
Who's actually searching the room?
Neve was.
Okay. So roll me a perception check.
5.
Yeah, it's a room. It's got 2 broken down beds, covered in filth,
And maybe a Bach in the corner.
and maybe a Bach in the corner.
I'm telling you, throw him in the river. It'll help with the smell.
Can I roll an insight on the orc?
You certainly may.
$22.
What are you specifically doing an insight check for? To see if he's lying?
Yeah, to see if we can get any more kind of development on this whole pointing out the door.
He is not lying. He is generally pointing towards the door that you guys came from. But he's not. It's not. He's pointing. You know, the door's open, and he's pointing like towards the wall.
Okay, so he's basically saying not in this room.
Yeah, he's basically saying not in
Okay.
this room.
Well, Big Man just a roll a 22 when it comes to looking around.
Okay. You find 12 gold pieces,
Ooh.
and you find 1
Shiny.
gemstone, and 1 ruined book of poetry that currently has the head of a Naya in it.
Ah. Big goes, ooh, stuff.
Ooh, stuff. Yeah,
Shiny thing.
the gemstone. Yeah, the gemstone. Give me a second. I have a. I think I have a picture of this. That is not where I stuck that. Not there. Ah, there we go. There it is. I'm going to send this to you, Davi. Oh, that's not Davi. Sorry.
Woot.
Woohoo.
And you please put that into the screen that we've got here.
Sure, give me a moment.
Okay.
Copy. Nope, save image. Pictures. Okay.
Why am I nervous?
I do like playing more jovial characters, though.
Give me a moment to figure out where it saved this thing.
What's so funny?
Screenshot.
You know, Mac, you can always watch the VOD and marvel how Catharsis can get into trouble.
And let me just straighten this out so it fits into the whole thing. That's what you guys see.
Yeah, that's the gemstone.
Rubies.
Ooh.
Yep.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Anyways.
Interesting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing you have. So, who is going to take said gem?
Well, I'm sure Big doesn't know what to do with it because he's just looking at it and saying shiny.
Big does show it to Jax, and Jax goes,
Huh, interesting. Hey
And-
guys, do we know anything with this stuff?
he says, well, Jax takes it from Big's hand.
Donnie's gonna walk over. Can I roll a history check on that?
You certainly may.
History is +7. Cool. A moment. I need to get back into the dice rolling feature. Oop. Come on. Here. D20 +7. 18.
18?
Yep.
You've heard stories about this particular kind of gemstone or stone. Really?
I believe my teacher used to use one of those to get
Actually,
to class on time.
no.
No?
No. The stories that you've heard about these particular stones has not been good. This stone
Yep.
is called a warp stone.
Jax, I don't think you should be holding it. It's from what I remember, that thing is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
It
Ugh.
looks blue on the outside, but it's when when Big is holding it, it looks like it's starting to. It looks like the it looks like it's starting to swallow the light around it, even though it's not emitting light.
Like that, but I don't trust it just being here.
He says, well, Jax shrugging a little bit.
Well, I
feel
recommend
like
we
we
don't touch it because, from what
What
I
does it do?
remember, it possibly, and correct me if I'm wrong, GM, but is it like a black hole stone kind of thing? It sucks the light out of a room, right?
It's actually something that I'm reading off of a thing.
Okay.
And I will give you what it is after the game.
Okay, fair enough.
I will say that
Hmm.
Right now, you've only got a small piece of this, but you don't remember much about what the stone can do or where the stone came from.
All I
Other
know is
than
it's very dangerous.
other than it's dangerous. Yeah.
Well, if it's truly dangerous, well, there's only one place I can think that I can maybe safely put it. The only thing I know I have. Because I don't trust it in a bag. I don't trust it with Biggs's container. Just
Okay.
because he's a little rocky aroundy. So I have an idea.
He says while pulling back his sleeve a little bit, just revealing darkness, and he just shoves it in there.
Okay.
It just disappears in the darkness, and he just pulls the sleeve back.
There, gone.
To the orc. He's gonna Andrix is gonna try to say, we're only putting that somewhere safe. We're not stealing that. And then he looks to the rest of the people and like, we're not stealing that, right?
I don't know. It's better to be somewhere
And
not around.
I
Davi
might.
says, well, it's, I guess you could call it borrowing or extended lease.
Uh,
I don't know.
if it truly is dangerous, then fine, we need to secure it. But
I guess I'm the most safest container here, even if
I'm
big.
yeah. Well, I'm still concerned that we're the dangerous party here. And that we've trespassed on some orcs who were just learning
We
poetry.
technically have a warrant. Not really. We have
Do
a warrant.
we? I don't think we do.
We have the right that practically we were ordered to do so.
I mean, that was by an innkeeper.
But the mayor
We're
told them to
going to
tell
be-
us.
we're
So
going to
it's
be
it's
paid
ma-
to
it's
do
a-
this. It's a job.
yes, it's a
Right,
job.
but-
We're practical mercenaries, bounty hunters. I
Well,
guess.
I'm just saying, if we find out that these were innocent orcs, we owe them like a serious apology. At
Well,
the end of it.
yes, but until then,
Can we take
Yes,
the pot over
we
there?
do have to find that
No.
ogre. We do have to find that ogre before more people get hurt, and it's pretty clear that they can't tell us anything more,
yes.
whether they know or not. So
All I know is they be scary. Now, I don't know what this is. A pocket, a void.
He starts like shaking his arms around.
All I know is it's not coming out unless I let it come out.
Okay, all right.
Hey, no one can swipe it from me.
He says, well, like doing like a little cute shrug, like trying to be confident, but you can obviously see he's faking any amount of confidence.
But either way, what else now?
Well, I mean, I guess we've already broken and entered. We might as well just make sure that we're in the wrong here before we leave. Well, how much worse can it get?
Well, technically, we Jack said we do have, like, what'd you call that? A search warrant? Well,
We don't
might
have a
need
warrant. Nobody gave us a piece of paper.
Well,
Let's just
all
keep
I can-
moving and
all
not
I
make
can
this
say
worse.
Is we technically got the A-OK from the mayor in the sense of if they told the keeper to tell pretty much anyone, including us. So technically, the mayor's A-OKing this, so you know.
Neve is
By disjointedness.
Neve is kind of flown off and is searching the building already.
Okay, so where has Neve gone? Have you gone? There's two doors in this room. There's the one that you just came in, and then there's one that's to the north.
She'll go to the one towards the north.
Okay.
The big people have been talking, and she's gotten bored with it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Davi's gonna say, well, technically, from what Jack said and so that with the mayor basically giving us permission, I guess you could say since you are paladin,
I strive to be, yes.
consider the mayor giving us her quote-unquote blessing to do this.
I mean,
Practical.
I'd rather if that were like more official, but
Yeah, you mean
okay,
face to face. We get it.
okay, fine. Well, like I said, we're already here. We can't possibly make this things worse. It's like at least nobody's died.
We're breaking the law.
No, we're not breaking the law.
Legal. I love what you say, Lemon. It's always good to have the legal weight of a search rumor behind you.
We are criminals. I like being a criminal.
No, we're not criminals.
We
Okay,
stole.
So,
No.
okay. So while this particular conversation is going on, sorry. Oops, wrong direction.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, now, Neve, you come up to the door. It's closed, but I mean, it's. What are you doing? Are you opening it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to explore.
Okay. So, you go into the next room. Yeah. What about the other orc, guys? Uh,
He's still
Oh, God.
breathing, right?
He's
Ellie
still
knocked him
breathing.
out.
no.
Oh, he's not?
You walk in. You fly into the next room, Neve, and you see. Ooh. You see 9 bandits in this room lounging around.
I like the visual. You walk in,
Yep.
and you just turn around.
Yeah, she just looks at the group of them and says, "So, which one of you is Booger?"
And they all look at you. And
Hi. She waves.
I don't
and they
think we got
go,
time to fight again.
"Intruder!" And all 9 bandits are coming towards you.
We don't got time to fight again. Damn it!
Hey
No,
guys,
you.
found stuff.
I love this. And Neve goes, "Hi, which one of you is this person?" "Intruder! Found stuff."
What did you? Oh my crackers! What have you done?
I said hi.
Big is already raged. She can't rage like anymore. Okay, he has like 2 more, but still. I don't want to tuck her in my poor friend now. Come on.
Davi's gonna say, Naya, I know you're a mechanical whatever mechanical being. Do you
Avid
possibly
reader.
have a battle mode?
A what mode?
I like that. Oh, what mode?
Battle mode, kill mode, I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever Big has, security mode in this case. Very vicious security mode.
He just points at the door where, like, you just hear a whole bunch of, like, angry orc sounds or bandit sounds. Just go kill.
As far as I'm aware, I do not facilitate such a mode.
We're gonna have to
I
update
respect
you.
that. No, we don't need 2 killer robots. We already have Big. That's already traumatic enough.
And he says, I just hope the next update comes out soon.
It's traumatic enough to see him constantly aiming for the neck.
Tony says, okay, well, if you're just gonna keep your head in a book, I'm just gonna go deal with this myself. Picks up his rapier and just runs to the door.
I will pick up the book and put it in my bag, but I will walk into the next room to these barbarians. And I'm just going to stand there and say, I believe she asked you a question.
And on that note, that's a fine button. And on that note, we will have to continue this the next time we play.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on Realms of Awakened Essence, Campaign 2, Season 1, Episode 2. A new
Thank
day.
you guys for accompanying viewers, like 8 or so.
Thank you guys for joining us. As always, I am Pia Kiniyose, aka Davi Dinks. I will be passing it over to. Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is?
Do I?
Very.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Hi. I'm Idris Noir, and I play Neve Umberlane, the group bundle of chaos, because, you know,
Oh, I love this.
unpredictability fairy. Why not?
Funny, off the hinge fairy.
Well, the Feywild operates on very different rules than the material plane, so what she's doing is completely normal for her.
Oh, yes,
Exactly. Exactly.
And now to the paladin.
Yeah. I played Andrix, the trying his hardest to be paladin in this group.
That's
It's really, he's giving it his all.
We believe
I
in
am-
you, buddy. We believe in you. We had to come to your rescue really bad.
It's played by Pi3/Chris. And I will pass it down to our nature robot.
Nature robot.
Our avid reader.
All right, yes, our avid reader.
She really gets into books.
Bibliodroid.
Books are my passion.
I am Abby, and I have been playing Naya, and as always, log updating. I like big butts, Sir Mix-a-Lot. And I'm going to pass it over to my other big friend over there.
Hello. This is where we end.
No, you still got one more person to
of
say
course.
goodbye.
Of course. Well, anyways, this was Jax and Biggs, and of course, controlled by Gearbox, the funny, I guess my brand new funny comedic duo between a dumbass robot and a very nervous trying to handle the situation Jax. Yeah. And I'll pass it to the last person we have. Here, have the mic.
Hello. I'm your wonderful storyteller, Trisha Welsh. What will happen next week when they have to face 9 bandits?
That's a lot.
Lots of cleaving with a great sword that technically isn't a great sword, but for her it's a great sword.
Lots
That's
of cleavage, but not that kind.
Oh! Ow!
And a plasma great axe to everyone's faces.
Actually, I would actually like to amend the way her weapon looks. It is a full-size greatsword that this little two foot tall fairy is
I was
wielding.
sort of picturing that. I do like picturing that too. Where it's
I don't know, but I'm thinking like Navi from like Zelda, but with a fucking huge ass sword.
It's like if Navi was wielding Cloud's weapon.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm mixing franchises, but
I know. I'm glad that all of you have enjoyed this, and we will, as I said, we'll pick this up next time.
And stay
See ya
tuned
next
for
time.
next week, because next week we are bringing back the last and final episode of season 1 for Shores of Sorrows.
Before
So-
season break.
Before season break, and then we'll be jumping back to Realms, and then filling in for Shores will be our hero game, Heroes Core World of Adventures.
And that will end its season and go for its season break, and we'll constantly go back and forth with those two.
Yes,
But yeah.
that's pretty much the plan, but that for another day.
That's
Thank you,
very-
ladies and gentlemen, for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And remember, keep your head in a book, and don't get caught in a box. Bye!
Bye!
Big Hates Box. See ya
Bye-bye.
next time.
tuned after the show because we're going to be raiding in to Frankie time. Special thanks to Evil Intent 22 for this raid.